Britney Spears is telling all about her toxic experience growing up in the spotlight. Over the past 15 years, or even at the start of my career, I sat back while people spoke about me and told my story for me. After getting out of my conservatorship, I was finally free to tell my story without consequences from the people in charge of my life, she shared in a new interview of why she wrote The Woman in Me, out on Tuesday, October 24th. A chunk of her tone focuses on body image, as Spears has been scrutinized over her looks since the start of her career. "I'd been eyeballed so much growing up. I'd been looked up and down, had people telling me what they thought of my body, since I was a teenager. Shaving my head and acting out were my ways of pushing back," the mom of two, 41, explained. "But under the conservatorship I was made to understand that those days were now over. I had to grow my hair out and get back into shape. I had to go to bed early and take whatever medication they told me to take." The star admitted that it hurt even more when her father, Jamie Spears, criticized her figure. "He repeatedly told me I looked fat and that I was going to have to do something about it," she said of the patriarch, 71, who was the one in charge of her strict 13-year conservatorship, which ended in 2021. "Feeling like you're never good enough is a soul-crushing state of being for a child. He drummed that message into me as a girl, and even after I'd accomplished so much, he was continuing to do that to me," the "Gimme More" crooner wrote in her book. "I became a robot. But not just a robot, a sort of child robot. I had been so infantilized that I was losing pieces of what made me feel like myself," the blonde beauty added. "The conservatorship stripped me of my womanhood, made me into a child. I became more of an entity than a person on stage. I had always felt music in my bones and my blood, they stole that from me." The Crossroads actress felt as though her father and his associates had complete control over her body and finances, "Something that makes me feel sick," she confessed. "This is what's hard to explain, how quickly I could vacillate between being a little girl and being a teenager and being a woman, because of the way they had robbed me of my freedom," Britney shared. "There was no way to behave like an adult, since they wouldn't treat me like an adult, so I would regress and act like a little girl. But then my adult self would step back in, only my world didn't allow me to be an adult." People spoke with Britney and obtained excerpts of her memoir,